Hey y'all, for my next layout that I'm going to work on, I pulled over my click kit from June 2019. It's called Sweet Tea. I do have a video where I showed the contents of this kit and talked about my plans for it, which basically I'm going to keep this kit out until I pretty much use everything I can, and then what's left I'm going to break it down and put it in my stash because I have quite a few kits that I subscribe to over the years, and they sit in the bins, and I'll pull one out and I'll maybe use a couple pieces of paper out of it and put it back because I do get tired of working on the same thing all the time. So my plan is to pull out a kit and just use it on occasion till I'm pretty much done with it. So my next layout, I'm going to use a paper out of this kit, and it is this one right here from One Canoe 2, Goldenrod. It is Summer Trails, and I have to thank Janet for over at RTS Scrapbooking for making me look at papers like this in a different way, because normally as I said in the past, if I seen a paper like this, I'd say, oh, that's so pretty, I don't know what to do with it, so I'll just use this B-side. But she talks about a lot about story-based pages where you can just take a paper like this and use it to tell a story. But for this instance, I am going to talk about something, but I'm going to add just one photo. And here's my photo I'm going to use. And it's probably going to go right here or here. It's going to go somewhere up in here probably because it's less busy. And then I had already thought about a title called like The Drive Home or Driving Home, something like that. And then I pulled out the stickers, these stickers that came in the kit. This is called Goldenrod, and I saw Exhale and I said, there's my title. So that's going to be my title for the layout, and when I come back I should have a finished layout to share with you. Okay, so I'm back with my finished layout, and I ended up doing like a double map behind my background paper. I used a map paper, and then I took this bluish colored cardstock and cut it down a little bit, and then I took my background paper and cut it down a little bit even more. I think maybe I did like a ½ inch here on this blue, and then 1 inch on two sides here on my patterned paper. So I built this little cluster here, and I used some embellishments also from One Canoe 2, but they weren't the ones that came in the kit. It was, I forget, I don't remember which line it came from, but I wanted to include this little house and this leaf because it was in the fall. So the only place I had to put this cluster was here because I didn't want to cover up my tree and stuff over here. But then when I built it and I had already adhered this down, everything was kind of on the left hand side of the page. So what I did was I had this paper in a paper pad, and I pulled the other sheet of paper and I cut out the tree and these little bushes, and I put them on some foam tape to raise them up a little bit to give it some texture, so this area wasn't flat and everything was just on the kind of on the left side of the page. So that's kind of how I solved that little issue, and I was much happier with it in the end. And this is a layout about driving home, and this is the road that I live on. And I want to encourage you to, you know, take some pictures like that. Take some pictures of your street, your road, your neighborhood, because things change. Because I took this in November, and this is how our road looked from the day we moved in. But recently this property over here is like a field that had been up for sale, and it didn't sell. And so now, well, it did sell, but now who bought it, the person who bought it is like piecing this off, selling it off. It was, I think it was like 55 acres. So now they're like selling it off to acreage of, you know, letting people pick how many acres they want and where they want it. So there's already some work being done over here, which, you know, we're not happy about, but we can't do anything about it. They're clearing out, starting to clear out all this underbrush here. And right at the beginning, you know, it's more on this part right as you turn onto the road. So now you can see over there in the field. So now I have captured, you know, a photo of what my street looked like before it's going to change. So I was kind of glad I got this photo, because I think eventually all this underbrush, depends who buys the land and what they do with it, that a lot of this underbrush might be gone and we will no longer have a view of nothing but trees. We'll be looking at we don't know what. But I just wanted to encourage you to, you know, snap some photos of your neighborhood, your street, your house, you know, even things in your city, because, you know, over time things are going to change. That's just inevitable. So the other thing I wanted to show you was I made these little pocket photo corners, these little photo pockets out of this map paper. I gutted it and I used that same paper to make these little pocket squares. And these are 1 inch by 1 inch squares, but you can make it any size you want. So I thought I would show you that, because it's a quick little tip, and all you need is a square piece of paper and some scissors. So this one is 2 by 2. So just make sure whatever size, if you use 1.5 inch, just make sure it's 1.5 by 1.5, or 2 by 2, or 2.5 by 2.5. So what you're going to do is take it and fold one side corner to corner. Okay, it's not exactly perfect because I'm kind of doing it in a hurry, but fold one side corner to corner so you have that crease down the middle, and then flip it and fold the other side corner to corner. So you're putting a crease on the other side. So then unfold it and you have your 4 creases. Take your scissors and then cut one of these little triangles out. So I'm just going to go from the corner to the center. And see, my fold isn't exactly perfect on the corner, but I know where my center is right here. So I'm just going to go from corner to center. Remove this piece. Okay, and then you're just going to fold, fold. And then you're going to take a little bit of glue and adhere that second fold down. Hold on, I'm taking my whole cap off. And it's stuck. Good grief. Okay, it doesn't want to come unglued. Let me grab a little mounting square and stick it on here. So you're just going to adhere one of those folds down. I mean the second fold down. And there you have your pocket corner. So you can stick it on a photo or anywhere on your paper that you like. And it's pretty easy little trick. And you can make it any size you want. Now, like I said, for like to do a little photo corner, do a 1 inch by 1 inch. And then let's just do a bigger one. This one is 6 by 6. So I'm just going to fold it from corner to corner and make a crease. And then turn it the other way. Or you can use a, you know, a scoring thing if you want. But it's easy just to fold it. Cut out one of your triangles. from the corner to the middle, and then cut out the other side. Let me get just to hold it down. And then you're going to fold, you know, put something to glue here to adhere this side down, and fold. And there you've got your pocket corner. So see, you can make it any size you want. So I thought that was a neat little trick. So give it a try, and we'll see you next time. Bye.